lot of people had talked about market over the years, and back in 2006 or 7, a couple of us proposed it, and the vibes were right, so we went out and recruited some trial vendors. We held a trial market in September. That went over so well that we had a monthly market the next year, and we were lucky enough to have recruited Lisa as our manager.
Well, the first year we started, I was hired, and that's when we started the monthly market, and I recruit all the vendors and serve as a liaison between the steering committee and the vendors. I also help set up the market. When we first started out, it was calling all of the different farms in town, in the area, and seeing if they'd be interested in coming on board. And that was the reason we started out with a monthly market, because there were so many different farmers markets instituted in the state already. They were established in other markets. So they had to take it upon themselves to get themselves, they needed to gain more product, get more help, and decide to join into another market. So that's why we started off slow. So we started off with about 10 vendors initially, and then we built up to bi-weekly in the second year. I think the second and third year we did bi-weekly, and then by the fourth year we were weekly. And so we started off with approximately 10 vendors, and now we average around 30 vendors each week.
The market has a steering committee that sets the general policies and helps out every market. We take turns, and I try to see that all these people who are all volunteers kind of keep going. I guess you could call me a coordinator. And Lisa advises us when we want to make a change in a policy, or if we want to set something because something came up, then she will tell us what the general feel is from the vendors and what she thinks would work. So we work together.
August 24th is the date. We'll be holding our first ever agricultural fair. So we encourage anybody who can grow vegetables or flowers or fruits or can bake to come and enter their product into our agricultural fair that day. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're hoping that's going to be a continuing thing throughout the years to come.
At the beginning we gave away sunflower seeds, so people who took those are growing those sunflowers, and they can enter the contest for the best sunflower grown from our seeds. And we're going to have fun things like a pie eating contest. We'll have a splash bath where you can splash a town official or a friend of your choice.
Like a dunk tank.
And some other things. We have a website, www.norfolkfarmersmarket.org, and information on our fair is up there along with entry forms and rules, so people are invited to be there. We're also on Facebook, so we'd enjoy comments from people who've been here. I'd like to say that the town has been wonderful. The town administration has been very supportive and made things flow well. All the townspeople come out, and a lot of them think of this as a social event. Some of them really count on us for their weekly special groceries. So it's really a great thing. And then the extra people who are drawn in by the signs along the road, that's fun too. And for the sake of the vendors, we do promote in other towns and hope gradually over the course of time to get a lot of people just flowing through and enjoying it.
My name is Dan Hayhurst. I am the co-owner with my wife, Tracy Hayhurst, Chubby Bunny Farm in Falls Village, Connecticut, and which is about 15 minutes from the market in a neighboring town. And what we are is a 15-acre CSA vegetable farm, which means community-supported agriculture. We have about 250 members who subscribe at our farm, and they pay us in advance of the season annually, and they get produce for 22 weeks out of the year. And so, as a side note, what we're also doing is coming to this farmers market. And what you see here is the diversity of vegetables, which are included in the share that our members get. But this is what we have over the abundance that we have for them. So we bring whatever's left, we bring here and sell at this farmers market, the Norfolk Farmers Market. So today, what we have is basil, dandelion greens, beautiful, delicious, bitter green, best with balsamic vinegar and bacon. This is cherry tomatoes, which are a U-pick crop at our farm, but we picked some today to bring to the market. And we have these delicious spring carrots that are now coming into fruition. These beautiful sunflowers, which are a U-pick crop at our farm, that Tracy picked this morning to bring to the market. Just a few flowers extra beyond which was picked at our farm. And here we have an interesting Asian green called komatsuna. And if you notice, the komatsuna has got lots of little holes. It's like a bok choy. It's a Japanese stir-fry green. Lots of holes, which is an indication of the existence of a flea beetle, or lots of flea beetles. If you see that on your food, it means it has not been sprayed. So we don't do that, and that's part of why we have customers come to us for the food, because we're not spraying it. Salad mix, which is basically a boring yet delicious blend of greens to eat, best dressed with cheese and nuts. Kale, we got lots of different kinds of kale. Here, let me get the... Okay, here's the kale. So, to keep it interesting, we not only grow the winter boar kale, which everybody knows. This is the kale that's in the supermarket. Now, most people know what kale is. This is the kind most people know. But as a CSA, we try to keep it a little interesting. We get the white Russian kale. Cooks a little bit easier. It's a little more delicious if you're really into kale. People who are into kale, they're into white Russian. And this is the Toscano kale. Mostly, it's got a little white Russian in there, but mostly it's Toscano kale. We grow that too. So we actually try to keep it interesting for our members by growing different varieties. This is the season's first onions, and they're sweet, and that's typical of onions, and is that the first ones you pull out are the ones that aren't cured. They're just pulled right out of the ground. We bunch them. They're sweet. You can almost eat them as if like an apple, but they're not quite that sweet, but they are relatively sweet. And then here's the Swiss chard, which is like basically spinach for the summer. Same family, same basic taste, easier to grow, very abundant. We grow a lot of this for our CSA, and we bring this to the market too. Again, we're called Chubby Bunny Farm. Thanks for checking in.
The Norfolk Market, I've been at it, I think this is my 4th year. Yes, I make a line of gourmet food items that I've been producing for about 4 years. It started off 4 years ago with just a couple of marmalades and a little card table and a patio umbrella, and it's grown from there to the line that you see here now. So I have about 30 different items now. Well, I try to be somewhat seasonal in the products that I have. Not all items are seasonal. I have some dessert sauces, fudge sauces, caramel sauces that are around all the time. But the jams will be seasonal, just as the strawberry rhubarb or a raspberry peach, which are used in season. And by next week, I'll have blueberry jam and blueberry marmalade. The marmalades, some of them are seasonal because some particular citrus fruits are only available for a very short period of time in the winter. Particularly a Seville orange, which makes what I call a tipsy Scottish marmalade, which it's a marmalade that has a little Scotch whiskey added to it. My biggest selling item, strange enough, is my pickle, which is different from, people tell me is different from most any pickle they've ever tasted. And it's a big item. I ship it all over the country and sell at a market. I will probably sell 50% of my product will be pickles that I sell in a day. people seem to like pickles. The market here is a really good market. Norfolk Farmers Market is an excellent market. Most markets are reflective of the market master and the team of people, the executive committee. And this is a very enthusiastic one, and the market reflects it. It's also because it's in Norfolk, which is a very supportive town, and people really come out and support each other at different times. So it's always good to be here at the market.
These are upcycled mostly chicken feed bags. I have chickens, so I have a steady stream of supply, and they're just I get the bags and I cut them and stitch handles in them, and the bags are very sturdy, and they are recycled, upcycled, whatever, which is always a good thing. And they're lots of fun, I think. My friend Mary Jo Tomaselli last year tried to encourage me to get involved with the farmers market last year, and I didn't. And this year she pushed it a little harder, so I decided to give it a try. So this is my first farmers market, and so far it's been lots of fun.
As I said, I am USDA certified organic. I'm on about 1.5 acres, and I do it entirely myself. So it's a ton of work. It's a 7-day-a-week job, but it's very rewarding, and I love being able to give people fresh, delicious, local produce. At the farm, I grow about 100 different things, 100 different varieties, and today I probably have, I didn't count, but probably about 15 or 20 different things today. A range of things from rainbow chard to dinosaur kale, bouquets of flowers. I have tomatoes, the first of the season. I probably have 8 or 10 different kinds of herbs, some Asian greens, tatsoi, bok choy, fennel, and delicious garlic. The market's fantastic. The organizers are tremendous. They put in a lot of work, and you can tell. The clients are wonderful, and I've been really well received. So I love coming here. This will be my market for the rest of the time I farm.
Today what we have is our parfaits that we do at Infinity. Which we have is our cooked berries. We have a little strawberry Mulvarian cream. We have a little bit of whipped cream, fresh. And we have some fresh berries. We got blackberries, raspberry, blueberries. And we're finished. As a chef, I come in from pretty much morning till night. I help out doing specials. Making entree specials, prepping up for the whole entire day. It's always such a long day, but I enjoy it. I love the people. The people around me are wonderful. We have our executive chef, Dan Fortin, and our chef, too, is Dave Gilmore. We have Tyler, we have Emily, we have Ryan. We have a great crew. We have a great family. I've been there for 4 years. And so far, everything's been wonderful. We have another restaurant opening up in Hartford about a year from now. So things are going very, very well. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I love the people. I love talking to people. I love mingling. I talked to Chef. He asked me if I would like to do this, and he never thought that I would like to go out and do it. And I always love to meet other people, and seeing all these other people here all the time, too. But it's just such a beautiful place. Wonderful people.